Well, hello there, guys. I'm in the woods again. Welcome to Fox Pine Outdoors, channel where we learn how to be at home in the wilderness. Today it is mid-April, getting into late April. It's spring, but there's lots of snow and lots of wet. So, welcome to the forest. I just heard on the radio that it's Earth Day. So let's celebrate the earth and spend some time with it. So stick around and we're going to have a day out here in the woods. So I was going to camp out this weekend, but I went up to our family's property yesterday and I woke up this morning to a little bit of snow and a frozen ground. It was like 25 degrees. So I pretty much pivoted my plans because the temperature is below 32, below freezing. I need a heavy sleep system. I need blankets and my sleeping bag and bivy, but I just can't really put all that on my back. But there's not enough snow to like pull a sled. What I need is a colder rated sleeping bag, but I just have mine won't keep me warm. It's rated for 20, but it's gotten some use now, and I know at 20 degrees I'll be freezing my butt off all night. I'll survive though, but anyway, so we're just going to scout out this area. This is an area I've not been before. There's a road coming in here, but when I say road, I mean this. So it's not really drivable. So I'm following this road around. There's a creek that runs to the west of this. So there's a little hill right here, high ground, I'm gonna go check out. And yeah, I'm just gonna spend the day scouting the area, and I'll shoot the bow a little bit and look for wildlife and bring you guys along. So I'm just on top of this little hill. It's on the topo maps. Just one little, basically perfectly round like point. Just goes up to a point and goes back down. So you can see all around me. And I came back from that way. But it looks like there's deer beds here all over, and there's a lot of deer sign. It's probably hard to see on the camera, but right here is flat. Right there's flat. Up there's flat. Right there's flattened. Right there's flattened. And look at the deer poop. If I get down into the position that the deer would be, this is a very good outlook spot. If you lay down here, you can see a long ways all the way around you. You can see really well. So this would be a good spot for deer to just sit and chew their cud, which is what I believe is happening right here. Alright, I'm gonna go back and keep going up the road. First busted arrow. Broke the tip right off. I missed the stump. Sounded like I hit a rock 3 feet behind it. is snowing a little bit. I'm transitioning into the lower ground. You can see how thick it's getting again. Back where I just came from was kind of more open hardwoods, but I'm going down. It's a little bit of a turnaround here. Looks like there might be a trail going right there. I don't know if the road keeps going. This might be the end of the line for the road. There's another big hill right here. I'm gonna go up to the top of it. This one is on the topo map. This is what I thought the last one was. But I can see the last one's on the map too. This is just bigger. But I haven't looked at the phone since I left. So that's the first time I was looking at the phone. So yeah, this is that big hill that I thought the last one was. This one's a lot bigger. I can see now. So I'm gonna go quietly up there and see if there's anything to see. It's impossible to be quiet with the crunchy snow. This is crazy. So this is open hardwoods to what I call thick undergrowth. I'm right on the transition, so I'm off that hill now. I'm gonna follow this transition line south another, I don't know, couple 100 yards. And it should kind of open up into a hardwoods that gets close to the creek. The snow is letting off, but man, it covered the ground. Look at that. Just 2 minutes ago, I showed you guys what it looked like. Now the ground's completely covered white. That was a lot of snow quick. Here's an old tree stand. You can see the 2x4s and the V in the back. The V here to go against the tree. It's probably in this tree. Because the moss looks as old as this tree. All these marks are logging, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what they mean. Some of them have slashes. Some of them have an X. Okay, I'm on the edge of the swamp now. I'm gonna go up to the edge of the swamp and take a look. I might try to make it in by the creek, and I might not. We'll see. I just saw a fox go across in front of me, maybe 60 yards, just trotting right across, boom, 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 boom. I know the GoPro doesn't zoom very well. I'll try to do the best I can in editing. I think I got it. I should have it on camera, but the GoPro doesn't zoom very well. But I just saw a fox. I'm so happy. That was amazing. Beautiful red, orange color. Beautiful orange color. Just silent. Didn't hear a sound. Just saw movement. That was amazing. Running right along this transition for the swamp and the hardwoods. Wow. I'm happy. So I'm about 2 inches wide. Maybe 2.5 long. You can see pad, toe, 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 toe. You can see claws here. And I know cats and dogs, it's similar, but like one of them kind of makes more of an X with the pad and the toes. The other one's more of a flat triangle. But I'm not very experienced in this. You are right where a fox just walked. Right where he put his foot 60 seconds ago. Yeah, he was moving though, just trotting along. He was alert, head up. Didn't look my direction at all. He was looking forward, trotting. Just. So there's no way I would be able to catch up to an animal like that. Wow. I think somebody alerted to the fox. It sounds like the neighborhood watch to me. In bird, that means hold on to your butts. Okay, into the swamp we go. Ah, look at how thick this is. This is gonna be rough. Halfway up to my shins in the snow. Birch trees growing way out here. It's low land. I think this is all alder, speckled alder. Just tiny little, like 10-foot trees, just thick clumps of them. They're too thick to just like break through. You have to basically brush them aside. here's our creek. I made it. Creek, baby. That's so thick. This is the end of the line for me, for sure. I'll be turning around and heading out. Man, that fox, holy cow, that was special. It is hard to see animals in the woods. It's all this forest, you think about all this vast land area that sustains just a small amount of life when you talk about big mammals. And you look at a city and it's like every lot has a house with a family. It's just so dense. And out here, and the only reason that's possible is because there's a grocery store around the corner. But out here, it's just, you need all this space just to sustain half a dozen animals at a time. All the different complexities, holy cow. You can hear a grouse beating. But, yeah, it's hard to see animals out here. It's just so empty. It seems empty. And to see them before you see them. Most of the time you spook them and you never even see them. They hear you coming and they clear out and you never knew they were there. Just amazing. I bet you that water's so cold. It's gotta be like 40 degrees, 35 degrees. There's my distance, 2.3 miles I am right now. You can see I went. The X was where I saw the fox. But I checked out those two hills and then I went around on the high ground and then I came up to the swamp. See, this is deer sign. It's like crushed and ripped off. That's deer eating. If it's a sharp cut, that's rabbit. Snowshoe hare in this part. But they're eating these red. I know there's such thing as a red dogwood or something like that, so that might be what this is, but I don't know. These are alder, I believe, and then this. And then obviously you got pine and spruce and fir, mostly spruce and fir. But there's even birch growing out here. You can see some of the white. So for navigating, I'm out of the swamp now. I came up the hill and I'm on higher ground. But there's still all these small trees here. Tiny, thumb size trees, bushes, growths. I want to keep going higher until I get out of that. Once you're out of the small stuff, you have basically just open hardwoods. And then I follow that hardwoods, keeping the thicker stuff to my left, and I'm just going to follow that hardwoods all the way back. And that's how I navigate, basically find a transition and follow it. I use the phone, obviously I've showed you guys that today, but I don't look at it that often. I try to refrain from looking at it. I certainly don't look at it frequently. I try to go quite a distance and then check it, maybe a half hour and then check it, and then, but yeah, so that's how I do it. Alright guys, that's going to be it for the video today. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate viewers. Like and subscribe if you don't mind. It helps me a lot. Comment. I read every comment and I'll respond to it. Any questions or anything or tips, I'm open to advice. I appreciate it. And I found my road again. So this is the intersection where the road ends, basically right there. And I just hit it. So just following this out and that'll be my day in the woods. Well, thanks again.